Welcome back to Facebook. It's Thursday, and so that means it's another edition of our Teacher Talk. I'm Angie Garza, Director of Professional Learning and Educational Services at ROE 47, serving Lee, Ogle, and Whiteside counties. And today we are back with you. If you have been watching our Teacher Talk, season 2 so far this year. And so in the spirit of returning to school, today we're focused on a very important topic, and that is the idea of induction and mentoring and supporting our new teachers. We know that this is very important, and we're going to take a closer look at that this morning together through our conversations. And so to do that, I'm never alone. I have some great friends and colleagues, including my friend, colleague, and co-host, Digital Teaching and Learning Specialist, Ms. Stacy Dingus. Good morning, Stacy.
Good morning, Angie. I'm super excited to talk about this today. A topic that is very close to my heart is supporting the educators. Might be one of the most important jobs that we do at ROE 47. So I can't wait to get this going.
Stacy, you're right. We have a variety of supports and services in our own Regional Office of Education to help support our ROE 47 educators. And probably one of the most important supports that we offer is that of induction and mentoring. We have a teacher shortage going on right now. And so recruiting incredible teachers and keeping them supported in the classroom is one of our number one priorities. And so as we talk more about this idea of induction and mentoring this morning, we are joined by two very special guests who are near and dear to my heart. I would like to start off by introducing our induction and mentoring coordinator, Mrs. Gail Wright. Gail, good morning. Thanks for joining us on Teacher Talk.
Good morning. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Gail, you are joined this morning by one of your new teachers and also someone who has really inspired me over the past several years with just her willingness and excitement about the profession and trying new things. Also, this special guest is teaching at Newman Central Catholic High School in a role that I actually fulfilled many years ago. And so it's always exciting to catch up with her and what's going on in her Spanish classrooms. Welcome, Raquel Zamora. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Teacher Talk.
Good morning.
Raquel, thank you so much for being with us here today. We're so excited to hear from you.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I am so excited to be here with all of you. Thank you.
Yes. And Raquel, we've done a lot of work together over the last several years. And so I really mean it when I said that your excitement for the profession and for working with students is really inspiring. So we can't wait to hear more about that today.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I absolutely love what I'm doing right now. So yeah, seriously, it's something that I really enjoy. And that made me fall my life.
All right. Well, we're going to hear more from you in just a moment, but today's topic is all about supporting new teachers. And I mentioned earlier that we have a teacher shortage in the state of Illinois. And we don't think that we've seen perhaps the worst of the shortage here in our state. We know how valuable and how important educators are in our students' lives. And so it's one of our primary missions in this office to support all of our new teachers in a variety of different ways. And so, Gail, we're going to start with you this morning. And one of the ways that our office supports new teachers is through induction and mentoring. So can you tell us a little bit about what induction and mentoring is and why it's so important, especially now?
Induction is the support of the new teachers, and which is very important. We also have a mentoring program, and the mentoring program is at the schools, having somebody there that's going to help guide the new teacher in those routine activities like, okay, when are grades due? What, where's parent-teacher conferences? What do I do at parent-teacher conferences? Letting them helping them to become familiar with everything. all of the things that are the procedures and for this, the schools. And then the new teacher with the inductions, they are, it's to provide, the induction is to provide them with the support services they need to be successful and to continue to be a teacher, because 30% of the teachers leave the profession within the first 5 years. What I tell my mentor teachers is to take those new teachers and treat them as if they were family, and try to bring them in as if they were family. So they're going to feel like they, during that first year of just survival, that they belong. And if they belong, then they may stay the second year, and they may stay beyond that first 5 years and not be in that 30% that leaves the profession.
Gail, that's a pretty startling statistic that 30% of teachers leave the profession in the first few years. In the middle of a teacher shortage, that's even more alarming. And so it's really places a sense of urgency in as far as taking care of our new teachers. And as you said, making them feel like they're part of a family and that they belong and that they're supported. So can you tell us a little bit more about what kinds of supports you're seeing that teachers need within their first 2 years of teaching? And you also mentioned mentorship. So can you tell us also a little bit more about what a mentor is and what that looks like?
Well, the mentors that I train, part of what they are there to help with is to help them grow, the new teacher to grow professionally. They are there to help coach them. One of the things, though, that we have from the mentors that they say, because I'm in a mentor training right now, and their biggest thing is they say, I don't have time to work with my new teacher. And what I've heard from a lot of the new teachers are, my mentor doesn't have time and to really help me. Even though they want to, it is a big factor. So the mentorship is supposed to be to help them to grow professionally and observe them and give them constructive feedback where they can grow, and to give them somebody that they can trust, that they can talk to. And the new teachers have that person that they can lean on in their building. If they run into a challenge, then somebody that they can go talk to. The new teachers, though, I have found have really felt comfortable with coming and talking like at our new teacher Kadri, because they had and learning from others, because there are people from other school districts that they can talk with and share with.
Raquel, I want to ask you one of my favorite questions ever to teachers, new teachers, more experienced teachers. It's always so good to find out, why did you want to become a teacher? So Raquel, asking my favorite question, tell us why you decided to teach.
Well, I decided to teach for two reasons. One is because I absolutely love to share my culture and my language with my students. There is something that I absolutely love to do. And second of all, when I was younger, I'm coming from Mexico. So, and I decided to go to college. My dad always wanted me to be a teacher. And I was like, no, I will never going to be a teacher. So I'm sorry. And I think my dad do something there, and that helped me to become a teacher. And I in love with my career. I really enjoy what I'm doing, and plus I'm doing something that I really love. They pay me for that, so it's amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah, great. It's so great to hear that you truly love teaching, because it definitely is a trying time right now for educators all over the country. So that's so good to hear. Speaking of that, of trying times, can you tell us a little bit about what challenges you face, and maybe what support systems you feel like you need to be a successful teacher?
Well, this is my third year in Newman, but the first year when I just came to the school, it was really hard because I was like, okay, this is your room and here you go, right? So I was like, I don't know what to do. So, but gratefully, I have a Gail who is always support me in any way. I have been having like a lot of challenging students, same with my classes, but she is always there helping me. She came to the school every time that I need her. So she observed my classes, and that made me like a lot of confidence. And I feel like I'm not alone. So and that allowed me to enjoy more my career, to know that I'm not alone and I have always someone beside me.
That's great. So it definitely sounds like you should almost be an advertisement for the new teacher program and Gail's services. Can you think of anything like specific that maybe Gail has really helped you with in this new teacher program that you would recommend to other new teachers that are kind of trying to feel their way through their first couple years of school?
Well, I think one of the most like helpful thing that I have from Gail is find new things to do in the around my classes. So last year, especially last year, it was very hard for all of us. And we tried to find like new things for the students to make them feel good and engage to the classes. So that is like something that I really appreciate because yeah, she helped me to find a lot of resources for my classes, and that will be awesome. I mean, that it was awesome, and now I still using some of the resources that she sent me, and I think that one of my challenges, like find a new resources for my classes.
Raquel, thank you so much for all of those really powerful reflections. One of the things that I thought about was when you said that you didn't feel alone. You felt like you were in it with somebody, and it's important right now as we negotiate through these challenging times to have somebody who's a lifeline for us. So I'm so happy to hear that. And you are one of those. I just want to take a minute and shout out and recognize you for being one of those teachers who is just so open to all that feedback and trying new things, and as a new teacher taking risks in your classroom to figure out what's going to engage your students. So congratulations to you, and thank you for all that you do and all that you have done. It's just a real joy to watch you continue to grow in your vocation. So thank you. Gail, I have we've heard so much about the need for supporting new teachers. We've heard from Raquel about, some of the services that she was able to tap into and what she felt like she needed as a new teacher. And now going into her third year, that's incredible. So can you tell us a little bit more to close us out here today about the kinds of support that ROE 47 provides for not only new teachers, but also building those mentorship programs? And how can we learn a little bit more about those services?
I'll start with mentorship because I'm in the midst of a 9-week mentor, and it's on Zoom. It's a virtual class and it's a hybrid because it is 18 hours, an 18-hour program. So there's homework, and there's our Zoom meetings to discuss what the topics are, but also to discuss, okay, this is my mentor, and this is something I came up against this week. So that I have that mentor training program. The other thing is we have the new teacher cadre. If you've been moved from been teaching one class and have been moved into some other, whether it's a content area or whether it's grade level or whatever, we can provide that support, because what we want to do is we meet monthly. They have 2 observations. They have 2 feedback sessions with the new teacher cadre. We have a session of that starting October the 4th, and they can go to our professional learning webpage and at www.roe47.org and click on professional PL workshops, and they can sign up to participate in the new teacher cadre. Or we have the also, which will be next week on September the 29th from 3:30 to 4:30, the new teacher networking. We are trying to have a new teacher networking. So if you don't know whether or not you want to become a part of the new teacher cadre, you can become part of the networking to kind of decide and find out what we do. But with the new teacher networking, it provides an opportunity for new teachers to share ideas, strategies, lessons, resources, and receive support not only from me, but from their peers. That's a click and go class. And so there is a link. And if anybody wants that link, they can email me at gwright@roe47.org. And I will send them the link, the Zoom link for that networking session.
There is an abundance of support that's out there and available for all of our new teachers. So I just want to circle back again and just kind of recap some of the big stories that I heard coming out of our conversation today. One, we have a shortage, but we have hope. We have lots of wonderful programs and supports and services to support our new teachers, to make sure that they are being fulfilled in their vocation. I've always said that teaching is a vocation, it's a calling, and that if we listen to that calling and find and tap into those supports, we can continue to be successful with that. So great inspirational message here today. A wonderful success story from our friend Raquel Zamora, who is in her 3rd year of teaching Spanish at Newman Central Catholic High School here in Sterling. Also, some wonderful supports and services shared with us by Gail Wright, our Induction and Mentoring Coordinator. And I want to thank everyone for taking the time today to join us on our Thursday Teacher Talk. On behalf of my friend, colleague, and co-host, Ms. Stacy Dingus, this is Angie Garza saying, have a wonderful rest of your day, and even better tomorrow. Enjoy a fabulous weekend, and we will see you right back here next Thursday for another edition of Teacher Talk.